Now we're live on YouTube as well as TikTok. So for those of you guys that get any kind of reading today that I'm catching up on, etc., I got you. I got you. So I know that Mike is first today. I'm going to be doing kind of an array of things today, just so you guys know. I have several reads to catch up on. I have reports to get out. I'm going to get Mike's done first because he's been waiting patiently for his to get done, and we'll go from there. I'm going to try to stay on as long as I can today. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah. Just saying. But I've got to get a lot of scheduling done today. I've got to get a lot of things done today. A lot of things. Like, that is top priority today. So, let's say hi. Let me get all my stuff together. I got to answer messages today. I got to send reports out today. I've got, like, so many things. So many things to do. I'm trying not to feel overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like, I have so many things to catch up on that I am trying not to feel overwhelmed at this point. But I am. There we go. I want to just look at that. Wow, YouTube, y'all didn't tell me over there that that was just right up in my face. Just right up in my face. You didn't need to see me anyway. That was a little excessive. That was a little excessive, and I apologize. Sorry about that. It's just a day. It's just a day. It's great. It's fun. It's fantastic. It's just a day. All right. Well, let me open this up over here. Don't know what's going on. Why is that like that? Not the one I wanted. Let's hope that Wix doesn't do what Wix did yesterday. I think that all my crap shut down. That a bunch of people, a bunch of websites and Windows also had a major update last night. And then Apple had an update yesterday. Like, I'm going to need y'all to stop being on the same page with the updates, because that was too many updates at one time. Way too many updates at one time. Can't do it. Can't do it. Too many updates at one time. Where is my trusty glasses today? Okay, it's not that one. So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. That's right, Bear. Tell him. Tell him. He keeps growling at the door like no one is there. I probably need to go take my welcome sign off my door. Is that it? Do we need to take the welcome sign down? Are the ghosties coming to the door and then they're getting stopped? So, me being the smartassery that I am, I had a threat come through my TikTok that was of spiritual nature, and so I thought, you know what? Like, that's exactly what I thought. I'm not gonna lie. And I may have put my welcome sign out. I don't ever put a welcome sign in front of my house. Ever. I also may have put a whole bunch of warding and stuff all over my porch. which I was really glad about, because when the snow roaches came around my neighborhood, they didn't come up on the porch. They came up, knocked on the door, and backed off the porch immediately. It was hilarious. But they didn't do that with other people's houses. I watched on the camera, like the creepy old lady in my house that I am. I watched them on my camera. Everybody else's door, they stayed right at the door. Not my house. Not my house. May also be because I have a no soliciting sign out there that says you will be sacrificed to the old gods. I don't know. Maybe. But they backed off. Anyway, that's another story. But, yeah. Yeah, so I did that then. This was months and months ago. Months and months ago. Because I thought, well, just come on in. Let's have a cup of coffee. You know, like, okay. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I really don't. And I know that somebody's like, oh, well, then you got sick. This was months ago. Their threat was months ago. And you know what? I have a sister with 2 kids in public school. And I'm going to see her tomorrow. It's going to be great. Because tomorrow's her birthday. I see her a lot. If you don't think that I get sick every single winter, I totally do. I totally do. I have a kid in a public college. If you don't think that they all bring shit to my house, they do. So I in no way think that this is someone's doing. I'm sure they're taking credit for it. And you know what? Whatever you need to tell yourself. Whatever you need to tell yourself, boo. If you need to tell yourself that somebody got sick because of you, coolsies. If you need to tell yourself that somebody got the flu because of you, coolsies. But you go ahead and ride that false wave of confidence. Mundane things, life things also happen that have nothing to do with spirituality. And I think it's hilarious. I think it is hilarious. I think it's hilarious. Also, before I start getting into Mike's reading, I have gotten a few messages. I've gotten several emails today, like in my email, but it's so weird, where there are people. I have someone in Australia. I recognize their name. They have literally followed me for years, right? They're in every one of my live streams, and they suddenly can't find me on TikTok. All their friends can find me, but they can't find me. I've gotten 3 messages like this today. 3. So now I don't even remember all the spiritual people that I love that I haven't seen in a long time. I don't remember their usernames. So now I'm wondering, because I know a lot of people had Bad Bunny blocked. I didn't. But I'm wondering how many of your other favorite creators that don't agree with certain things, that people that have paid monetary things for certain applications, if you don't agree with that, what they think, then is that what's happening? Because I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, you've stopped following people that you're visiting with nearly every day. Yup. I would agree with that, Saint Monkey, to destabilize. Yeah. Yeah. But that really bothers me, because they were like, I've watched Bodhi for years, and, you know, I watch every single, it's morning when I'm on over there, I watch her every single morning, and so on. And so I've got to go on my list and see if, like, I know that I haven't blocked them. And they're, like, if this wasn't somebody that I was super familiar with, I would think, okay, well, you know, I don't know. So, you know what? Let's find out. Let's look. I wonder if I can see my blocked list while I'm on here. No, I can't. Okay. That's all right. I got to do some scheduling in a minute, and we'll do that. And we'll do that. Alrighty then. That means we're going to do Mike's chart. Oh, I'm glad you're over there. Yeah. Oh, Jesse, I got that sign on Amazon. Yes, they are adorable plague vectors. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's get Mike up here. We don't want to do that. I hit the wrong button. It is user error today. It is user error today. Why are you doing things that you're doing? There we go. I was like, son of a bitch. Have I pulled your chart before, Mike? I have. There you are. Coo-coo-coo-choo. Let me get my cheat sheet up. If you guys could, I just want to ask a little favor of you. Ooh, my nose is somebody's talking about me. TikTok, hang on just a minute and I'll move you over here so you can see. Son of a bitch. Must be that person that made the thready threats. Oh, poor little you. Poor little you. All right. So now, TikTok. Damn. I mean, it's funny to me. It's funny to me at this point. All right. We are going to do this. Ooh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You know what's funny? I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Most of the people that are going to do workings against you, that are going to do something that, to actually physically do a working against you, a jar, a candle, whatever it is because you set a boundary. Is because you set a boundary. Let that sink in. So, you don't have to do anything to these people. You don't have to do anything to them. Just nice little return to sender, nice little protections. That's it. That's it. In fact, when you do a return to sender, you need to wish them well. You know why? You know why? Play the long game. Here's a book. Here's a page out of the book of Bodhi. You know why? Play the long game, because when they do shit to people that is unwarranted, when they're sending hexes and curses to people that are unwarranted, because that person set a boundary. There's a certain creator that does a lot of dark shit. And I had this creator on my podcast. And then this creator went off the deep end with some stuff and started name dropping me everywhere and really, really, really going off the deep end. And I then found out some things about this person and could no longer associate with this person. So I just cut that off, right? And so this person's response was to start doing a ton of workings against me because I set a boundary. And I loved that for him. Because when that happens, and I set this boundary, and he started doing all these things, spies in my coven, having effigies made of me and burning them, burning things inside of them, all kinds of stuff, sending demons after me, all this stuff. I simply did my protections, and I simply did a return to sender, wishing him well. That's it. That's it. Wishing him well. And what I have watched ensue with that person over the last 2 years has been wonderful. It has been wonderful. Because sometimes that blessing that you sent is exactly what they need for their downfall. Let that sink in. Sometimes the very blessing that you sent is exactly what's needed for their downfall. I'm just saying. There's a difference in being a very vocal, very loud, very, controversial spiritual person, witch, demonologist, insert whatever here, and actually being a good one, actually knowing your shit, actually being an expert in what you do. There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. I will never in my life be scared of the practitioners that scream and yell. Ever. I will never be scared of them, and you shouldn't either. I will never be scared of those that all they do is talk shit about other people. I will never be scared of those that all they do is, raise their voice and I will. Do they get attention? Of course they do, because no one likes to hear the wheel on the wagon squeak. I will never be scared of them. I will be scared of those practitioners that know their shit and go silent about a situation whenever something bad happens. I 100% will be scared of those ones. I will never be scared of the ones that want to run their mouth and be loud and all of that, ever. And you shouldn't either. Because what that tells me is that is inexperience. Straight up inexperience. The ones that go silent after something happens. Those are the ones you should watch. Those are the ones you should watch. I'm just saying completely what I'm saying. And it's glorious. It's glorious. I'm just saying. All right, TikTok. Let me see if we can get the dual screen up here. Boop. There we go. We'll do that. We'll do that with my cute little face right there. And I can move myself there because ta-da! All right. So, Mike. How are things unfolding from this point? Boy, why you gotta ask a loaded question like that? 8 years down the road, sir. Sir. Let's look. Sir. Sir. That is an, I didn't even look at your question. That is let's see. Okay, this is now. All right, I've got to open this up just a little bit here. Hold on, YouTube. I'll fix you. Hold on. All right, so this is now. Let me fix YouTube over here. But we need to update this. I know that you're not in Miami, but I'm just going to put Miami because I don't want to give away where you are. Okay. See how much that changed? Did you see how much that changed? I'm going to put it back to New Jersey, okay? And I want you to watch how everything shifts. This is today. This is Mike's chart right now. I want you guys, I want to show you the importance of this. Okay? Here's why. Because your birth chart is set for you in that moment where you were born. If you are not in the same place as where your chart was born, and you ask somebody to pull a chart, and this is my bad for some of these. I didn't ask where are you now to be able to cast the chart to now. So that's my bad on some of these. But did you notice the change? Shit. Let's fix it. Okay. So this is there we go. This is if Mike were in the same place that he was born. Okay? If he were in the same place that he was born, then let me do this. There we go. Because y'all don't need to see all of that personal information right there. Just in your face. This is the same place that Mike was born. So if he was where he was born, this is how his chart would look right now today. But he's not. Watch it change. Do you see the massive change that just happened? Because I put it closer to where he is now. Did you notice? Did you see how everything shifted back up? His Mercury completely shifted. Several other signs. His Jupiter shifted. Several other signs shifted. All the houses shifted. So instead of his rising being in Gemini, it's now in Taurus. Do you see what I mean? Instead of his Capricorn being down in the 7th house, or not his Capricorn, his Capricorn being in the 7th house is now in the 8th house. Like, do you see the difference? So where you are right now in the world matters just as much as where you were born. Matters just as much as where you were born. Why does it do that? Because if you look at the Earth as a globe, okay, and that's why these are shaped round instead of square or whatever. That's why a birth chart is round. This is the globe. These are the positions of the stars when you were born. Where the stars look like they are in the southern hemisphere is completely different. What you see in the southern hemisphere, completely different than what you see in the northern hemisphere. what you see on the western side of the world is not what you see on the eastern side of the world. What you see on one side of the United States is not what you see on the other. It's not even what you see an hour north. Do you see what I mean? All of these things make a big difference. So yes, you need to know where you were born. Yes, you need to know whoever does your chart needs to know where you are now. Scarly, Mike said he sent you his place where he's at. If you know, if I were doing a birth chart only for you, I don't need to know where you are now. If I am doing any kind of progression, then yes, I need to know where you are now. A lot of times when I do progressions, it's just what's upcoming. I have not been asking, and I will now ask. But the chart is going to change, even if you're just sometimes an hour away. Sometimes an hour away. It's craziness. So watch. Okay, I put this for Miami, but let's put this for Panama City. It may not change too much, but it might change a lot. See? Now his Venus is completely in the 10th house versus the 9th house. And that's just a couple of hours from Miami. Okay, it's not just a couple hours, but from Miami, Florida to Panama City, Florida. Do you see the difference, how much it shifted? So I'm just saying. Scarly, will you text that to me? So it matters. So on everything going forward, I've been asking for that. I've been asking for that. So when I moved it to Orlando, do you see where things went back? So yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Okay, thank you, Scarly. Dude, it didn't want to find it. It didn't want to find it. All right, there you go. So you want to know how it's going to change over the next 8 years. I can give you a quick overview like that right there. To fully go through something like that, you're talking hours upon hours upon hours to fully go through every little thing. But I can give you the overall theme of what's going to change. So if we just forward this by years, let me see where everything is. Your Saturn's in retrograde currently. A lot of karmic issues with personal power, your drive, your personal magic, and rebelling in work aspects. That was a massive shift with your moon. Hold, please. I can tell you by this time next year, life is a lot simpler, a lot easier. Watch the middle. Watch this moon placement. 1 year from today, this gets less, which is a lot less aspects that are going on. Moon goes into the 12th house. I would expect a massive shift in yourself spiritually over the next year. This is a lot of emotions suddenly in your spiritual house, your house of endings. Over this next year, you're going to put a lot of drive and passion into changing, into cutting off relationships, cutting off habits, like into a move towards the spiritual. A year from then, this is 2028. Saturn still in retrograde, now in Cancer, barely in Cancer. Excuse me. Personal power, is this in the... I want to say that that is in the 9th house, yes. Venus in retrograde, though. Moon in Taurus. And this is shadow work down here, your shadow self. So that is not a nice conjunction line right there. That's not a nice aspect line right there. (2029) 2028 to 2029 gets interestingly complicated with relationships. I didn't mean to do that. (2029 to 2030) overlying theme is this moving from the 12th house down into the 1st house, you finding yourself again. Still a lot of karmic issues with past relationships popping up. There we go. That's what I was watching for, is something else there. I'm also watching how close these two get. So 2031. These two stay pretty constant. This is interesting in that this tends to stay right there over your 8th house. The problem is that, like, if you were to do this by month, these aren't going to shift a crazy amount, but going through and looking at all, see how all these different aspects change. Oh, in June to July, there it was. There it was. May into June of 2031 is when your Saturn moves into the 1st house, and that is a huge shift right there. But these houses aren't going to change a crazy amount if you go by month, but notice the aspects change. So, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's why I currently am obsessed with that timeline report that I've been doing for everybody, because it will 100% help you with all of this. Does that make sense? It's a lot to predict 8 years. It really and truly is. It's a lot. It's a lot. I will say, my advice would be this. I'll run you a timeline for this year. I know I didn't go the full 8 years out. A lot of stuff this next year is going to require your attention on your spiritual side with your spiritual self and endings. Um, let me show you. So this is now. I updated it back to now. Okay, so your moon currently is in Aries. This is a lot of fiery emotions. Your Mars being here in the 12th house. This is a lot of endings, a lot of like cutting off old rebellious aspects, a lot of rebelling at work, a lot of conflicts with karmic issues with your personal power, karmic issues with, like I said, cutting off these rebellions and so on. So it's a lot right now. And in the next year, that moon moving completely into the 12th house right here, that is a huge shift for you, because that is a lot of those emotions that have been keeping you rolling, keeping you going. You shift from a more social stance with your emotions and shadow and moon and so on into more of an ending stance. So this is a huge thing. This is a huge thing right here. That moon shifting into your 12th house over the next year. That's the thing you need to really focus on over this next year. That's the moon. The moon. This is why the moon always affects everybody so deeply, because just because the full moon this last month was in Leo doesn't mean that it's going to affect everybody in the same way. Does it mean you're going to feel those Leo aspects? Yes. Is it going to really affect Leos? Yes. Is it going to really affect people with a Leo moon? Absolutely, yes. Now, this was the full moon in February. I'm not talking about the one coming up. Does it mean that it's going to affect other fire signs deeply? Yes. But every other zodiac sign is going to have some certain type of effect. When you look at where your moon sits, then it's an even bigger effect, because when you were born, your moon may have been in, I don't know, Taurus. But maybe when a Leo full moon hits, your moon sign, it has moved to Leo. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into astrology, and there's a lot that goes into personal astrology, and there's a lot that goes into everything with you and how the chart is going to affect you, how everything is going to affect you. One of the things I've got to do today is schedule out my full moon, my upcoming full moon stuff, because March 3rd is the next full moon. What's crazy about this is another thing, like every time I see repeating numbers and every time I see all of this crazy shit, I'm like, we're just in the Matrix. Like we're in a hologram. We're like, we're in a simulation. Because I'm so sick of saying you can't make this shit up, but you can't make this shit up. The next full moon is in Libra, which is the direct opposite. No, it's in Virgo, excuse me, which is the direct opposite of Pisces, which is what we're fixing to go into. It is on 3/3. And depending where you are, it peaks at 3:33 in the morning. But wait, there's more. It's also on a fucking eclipse. It's also on an eclipse. We won't see the eclipse, but it's on a fucking eclipse. The new moon coming up here in just, a week or so? Not even a week. That's on an eclipse. The 18th is the new moon. And it's on a fucking eclipse. Get this. The new moon is on... Hold on. That's March 18th. The 17th is the new moon in February. So next week. A week from yesterday. It's on an eclipse. Okay? It's on an eclipse. The full moon in March is on 3/3. Now, if you live in the middle of the ocean, now I know that some people are saying that it is going to be at 3:33 in the morning and so on. It depends where you live. Because where I live, it will be at 5:39 a.m. So it depends where you live. It is insane to me that this next full moon is on 3/3. At 3:33 in the morning. And I want to say that the moon peaks, I don't remember if they calculate it by, whatever it is, Greenwich. But March's new moon, which is the 18th, is on the 18th. It's on March 18th of 2026. It peaks where I live. It peaks in the central time zone at 8:26 p.m. You see what I mean? Like, I can't with the repeating numbers. Also in May, there is a blue moon on the 31st, just so you guys know. Yeah. The full moon this year in May also coincides with Beeltana, which is May Day. Just like the full moon for Imbolc. Just like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't. I can't. When I look through the calendar, I'm like, look, I'm going to need y'all to calm down. 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 So when it comes to astrology and it comes to your personal moon placement, you really need to know where your moon sits before a full moon happens. And maybe those are the reads I need to do for the upcoming 3/3. Maybe that's what we need to do. So you know how it's going to affect you personally. Because if you know where your moon sign currently sits on the upcoming insane moon on 3/3, then you know exactly how to utilize that. That's exactly what we're doing. Did I see the Misty Dawn in here? What's up, Mr. Dawn? So yeah, Mike, I'm just gonna run you. I'm gonna run you a I'm gonna run your report. Wow, that was a chicka chicka chicka. That was back and forth, back and forth. I don't know if I can get the dual camera off now. It worked. It never works. It never works. I came across your FYP. I am flabbergasted. I'm not going to lie. I am flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. Do you know, Sass was telling me last night, I was on the phone with her and she was like, what's going on with the weather down there? I said, what do you mean? She said, Misty just had a video come across my FYP that says they're supposed to get snowed in next Monday. And I was like, girl, that was weeks ago. And she was like, there's no date on it. I said, what? She said, there's no date on it. I know that was during the time when there was a bunch of weird shit going on with the posts. But yeah, she was freaking out. It was like, have you checked on her? Is she going to be okay down there? And I was like, that was weeks ago. Yeah. Dude, I can't with all these fuckers. I just can't. I can't with that one either. I can't with that one either. Yes, repeating loops. Yes, yes. Yeah. So let me fix this. Let's run Micah report while I'm thinking about it, because we all know that my brain is overwhelmed right now and will forget. And will forget. That's what's up. Let me actually type. Literally have your name right there. Still can't spell the word Mike. I have known so many Mikes in my life, still couldn't spell Mike. Winning! Also, does somebody know where I can get a replacement lid? Can I just order one? Because I really want to start carrying my Fireball cup again. I loved this bitch. And I really want to start carrying it again, but I might have dropped it at one point and braked it. They won't let me have this on an airplane, will they? If it's empty, will they let me have it? Because can you tell me that that is not funny, drinking from a big Fireball tumbler on an airplane? Can you not tell me that that's funny? Because I think it's funny. Am I wrong? I'm actually going to take this one because it's squishy and I can throw it in my bag if I have to. You know what I mean? That's what I was going to do. Plus, you guys want to see why I love this one so much? I fucking love Buc-ee's. I saw somebody on a dating site. Now, this was months ago because I haven't been on dating sites. But say, if you consider Buc-ee's a vacation destination and we can't be... Bitch, shut up. I love me some Buc-ee's. But this is why I love this. The straw comes apart. So you can actually take the straw apart and look. Yeah. So I was going to take this one. Because if they're like, oh, you can't have that, then I'm just going to throw it in my fucking bag. You know what I mean? And it's like the super squish. Yeah. But then I got to thinking, this one would be really fucking funny. This one would be really fucking funny. Would it not? Would it not? All right, focus. Ma'am. Okay. Focus, ma'am. All right, we're going to return to natal shot. Thank you. Because I was about to put your birthday as today. And that would be incorrect. Missy, I need a hard budget in Buc-ee's for everything. I have gotten to the point that if I am by myself, I don't go into Buc-ee's. I had to go to Texas. I had to go to Dallas to see my doctor. And I had to have a hard talk with myself. Like, you can't stop at Buc-ee's. You are unattended. You are unattended. You have nobody to say, you know, you can't carry anymore. And you do not need a basket. So I had to pout as I drove by. I had to hang my head and I had to pout as I drove by. Because, man, it was very hard. Yeah, I can't go to the plant store by myself either. And I can't go to the plant store with people who also like plants. Which is everybody. I can't go to Home Depot. I can't go to Lowe's. I can't go to Walmart. If you got plants, I'm going to come home with one. This is why I DoorDash. This is why I fucking DoorDash. No, Brett, no. But, Brett, hear me out. Hear me out. What if? What if I knew a place that they always have black plants? What if I knew a place that always has the most amazing like succulents and tropical plants, and they have so many? What if that? I mean, hear me out. I'm so excited. I now need to go. What if I go over right now and we go? I mean, Misty, you should come go to the plant, please. So I will say that, like, in the early summer is when they have it going on with the tropicals. Last year, I want to say it was it May? I can't remember if it was May or early June. Doesn't matter. I went in, girl, ma'am. I got so many black plants. I'm just saying. I did find at, so it's so funny. Across the street from this nursery is a Home Depot or a Lowe's? I think it's I don't remember. I think it's a Home Depot. I can't remember. But they always have black plants. So last year they had a ton of the Black Magic azaleas and crepe myrtles. I may have gotten a couple. I got a Black Magic crepe myrtle. I don't really, I do like it's not the other ones, it's the crepe myrtles. I said it wrong the first time. I was in a place where I couldn't really plant an azalea. I don't know if it's Black Magic, if that's what it's called, but the azaleas are Black Magic. So the Black Magic azaleas, or crepe myrtles, the Black Magic crepe myrtles have black leaves, and the flowers are like this deep hot pink color. Mwah, mwah. And then there's another one, and I can't remember what it's, Night Magic or something like that. It has black leaves and lavender flowers. Girl. Do you know how I knew that this was the house that I needed to rent? It's on a cul-de-sac. And when I pulled down the cul-de-sac, in the middle of the cul-de-sac is this really pretty little area where they have plants. Guess what's planted there? Fucking Black Magic crepe myrtles. 6 of them. Yes. 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 I would like that very much. And then, they also had black hibiscus plants. And I may have bought 2 of those as well. A pink one and a red one. But I can't remember. I think I got these at the nursery, but I have a black agave plants that are this blacky blue color. Oh, they're so pretty. I would love to bring you one, Misty, because I bought 2 that had tons of little babies, and so I have tons of babies, and I would totally love you. Yes, that's the black agave that I give you. Yes. Okay, let me finish Mike's report because I'm getting off track because Brett distracted me. It's Brett's fault. We're going to blame Brett. Mike, it's Brett's fault. And then we shall look at the black agave plants. And then, girl, yes, I would love to come trade weird plant babies. I also have that Velociraptor aloe. Dude, that bitch is a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. That bitch is a bitch. That thing, every time I move it, you have to be so careful. It's worse than a cactus, I swear. I swear it's worse than a cactus. That thing hurts. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. And then I also got is it mangrove? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Dude. I've got one of those. I've got one of those. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. We're just gonna, if it's a plant related thing, it's Brett's fault. That's what's happening. Oh my God, Treasure. I'm sorry. That's funny. That's not funny, but it's funny. That's not funny, but it's funny. All right. Focus, bitch. Yeah, I got a monster cactus at this nursery. It looks like Frankenstein. Straight up looks like Frankenstein. Not mad at all in any way, shape, or form. Straight up looks like Frankenstein. Straight up looks like Frankenstein. Why is my... Oh, because I had to restart my computer. All right, so we're going to do a full year for Mike. We are going to start it on today's date. And then we are going to put his current place in. Which it won't find. Okay, there we go. Oh, of course I'll do the puzzle piece. So how does it work if I'm live through Streamlabs? I don't ever have to do the puzzle piece that way. So weird. All right. $39 pages. 39 pages, Mike. All right. Who had the highest pages the other day? Tatiana did. The very first one I did, she had 38. So you beat her by 1. So you beat her by 1. I had one the other day, and I can't remember who it was that had 46. That had 46. 46. You did not. Odyssey, I gotta look that up. I just looked up the Black Magic Crepe Myrtle. There's a midnight... Ooh, are the lines on my hand tattoo still changing? Yes. Yes. The main ones that I notice... Okay, so the ones in here, I noticed that, but that's on a knuckle. It's on, you know what I mean? Like a wrinkly part of your finger. But, and I obviously know that, like, this area right there is going to change, right? So those of you guys over there on YouTube, for those of you guys that don't know what Take My Hand is talking about, I put out a video because I notice, now I know because of tattoos, like, if you guys look at this part of my arm, all that stippling is blending together. That naturally happens with skin, with tattoos, right? So little bitty line work, eventually... You know, I will end up getting this blocked out and so on later on. But, this is not that old. And some of the things that are changing are interesting. I don't like it. I haven't gone through and compared it. But I see my hands every day, and Misty will understand this because Misty's on almost every day too, if she's still here. I see my hands almost every single day on live streams, right? So I see them on live streams almost every single day, right? I see them on, you know, on both sides constantly in a bright light. Just like my face. So I notice when my face changes. Like, I have been sick for a week, sick as fuck. Like, those were bad. Those were bad this morning when I got up because I haven't been doing my lymphatic drainage, right? I noticed it. But I notice really bad, like the days that I have stroke eye going on, right? But I also notice, because I look at my own eyes a lot. So I have, son of a bitch. It just felt heterochromia, okay? Mine is different. I don't have the two different colored eyes, but I have photos and I need to post them. For those of you guys that are fans of Naruto, I have the fucking dots in my eye. I can't remember. My whole brain went sideways and I can't words the words. But I literally have a target in my left eye. I have a dot here, a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here. And then I have brown dots. I have green eyes, but I have brown dots over here. But this one, I have to pay attention to it because I have ocular migraines and I have really horrendous eye pressure. Like, it's a thing. So if you guys have migraines, if you have ocular migraines, and an ocular migraine affects your eyes, I'm telling you this for a reason. Follow me down the rabbit hole. I'm telling you this for a reason. But ocular migraines increase your eye pressure. So you need to be getting eye exams and making sure that the eye pressure is not getting too much, because when it gets too much, it will damage your vision out here. It will damage like how you're able to see things and so on. So please, if you have any type of things migraine wise, if you get aura, if you get floaters, if you get any of those things, go get an eye exam. Even if you don't wear glasses, tell them you need an exam. You just want to do a preventative exam because you have ocular migraines. They have a specific exam for that, okay? Please do. They can also measure the pressure in your eyes, and that can help your doctor put you on the right medicine, okay? Just saying. So I get my eyes checked. Well, because I have heterochromia and because it's changed, I've watched my eyes change over the years, especially the dots and so on. And because of the eye pressure, I pay attention to that. Don't think I don't notice that those have gotten darker. Don't think I don't notice, because I see myself all the time. So when I notice that my tattoos are changing, I don't know. I feel crazy. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Like, I just feel legitimately crazy. I feel like everybody right now feels legitimately crazy. But I really believe that we're shifting timelines constantly right now. I believe that it's like this. I mean, I've watched Misty's face change. I've watched it change and then change back and then change again. I've watched my face change. My facial recognition on both of my phones and tablets no longer works. You just had your blood sugar checked because bees won't leave you alone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so funny being diabetic. Bees love me. They don't ever sting me. They just want to be on me. I'm okay with that. Bees represent his soul and hard work. I'm okay with that. Mosquitoes do not like me. I rarely get bit by mosquitoes anymore. Now that my blood sugar is like really well controlled, though, they starting to like me again. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Fucking dumb. Fucking dumb. Yeah, so those of you guys that are diabetic, if your blood sugar is a little high, bees will come sit on you. They will. Wasps will come sit on you because they think that you're a flower. I don't know how they can smell it, but they can smell it. They're very attentive lately, and your blood sugar is okay. I mean, I take everything as a sign, so there's that. I mean, so there's that. I take everything as a sign. So I'd be like, oh, bees on me, that's a sign. Bees on me, that's a sign. All right, YouTube, I'm going to make myself large again up here. We're going to do some scheduling up here. We're going to get a weird accent over here because, of course, we are. The vocal stems haven't come out yet. They're coming. Hold on. The B12 be kicking in. They're coming. They're coming. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. They're coming. I can't let that happen because then it's going to be bad. Because then it's going to be bad. Remember when everyone got sick on the TikTok platform? I do. It's happened a few times. It's happened a few times. Yeah, it's happened a few times. Migraines cause you to have a stroke. Oh my gosh, Jesse. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelsey. Yeah, I was sick as shit and did not do the astrological forecast this week. I know that y'all really, really, my sister needs to reschedule our stuff. My sister has COVID. And her birthday is tomorrow. Oh no. I will call them here in a little bit and see if I can reschedule. I'm so sorry, Bird. Can I send you lunch tomorrow for your birthday instead? We can go do Sister Day with massages some other time. Aww. I feel so bad for her. See, now I'm like, maybe I had some weird strain of COVID. Like, the dizziness always tells me that it's COVID. You know what I mean? This is why the other day I bought a bunch of Lysol. Lysoled my house. So let's see. What are your thoughts on unevolved or evolved signs? Do I think that's a real thing? You know, I have not looked into it enough to really have an opinion. So I can't really give you a completely good answer for that. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really give you a good answer for that. Oh, her daughter has COVID too. Oh no. She said, I would still love to go get a massage soon. That's Emma's test. I'm home with her, waiting on mine now. Rescheduling breakfast with Dad. I'll be home with her. Marinating in the sick germs. Lysol and sage, man. She's pitiful. Can I send some ice cream or something to help? Question mark. What can I do to help her feel better? Aww. She's 13, so, and she's a social butterfly, so this is the end of the world for her. It's the end of the world as you... All right, let's see here. So... I feel like this needs to be something. That's done, so you guys can... Alright, so I just DoorDashed her some Chick-fil-A and she's in bed. She's super snotty, sore throat, ears hurt, etc. Hot peppermint tea with a little bit of oregano in it, period. Boil it on the stove instead of doing it in a teapot or tea machine. A teapot will work as well. But put the oregano in the water first and let it boil. The oregano water will help soothe the sore throat. And the peppermint will cover up the flavor of the Italian spice. LOL. Oh. Oh. This is the second time since New Year's that my niece has had COVID. Also, maybe her fucking teacher needs to Lysol the classroom a little bit, LOL. Maybe a lot. Maybe they need to Lysol the entire school. Like a bug bomb. I think that's funny. Yes, I know it's early February. She got it mid-January, so my sister missed anything for my birthday because they had COVID and the flu. They just got over a second round of the flu last week with her son had it. He tested, they all three were sick. They were sick right before I got sick. All three of them were sick, and he's the only one that tested positive, but all of them had the same symptoms. And so now they just got over it, and now she has COVID again. That makes me feel so bad. It makes me feel so bad. All right. Okay, let me take the cap stuff off. Learn where your... Son of a bitch! Personal moon placement is during the upcoming on the March. What is wrong with me today? I just spelled March Marach. Learn where your personal moon placement is during the upcoming full moon. This way you will know exactly how this upcoming moon will affect you personally and what you can do to counteract it. It will tell you where your current moon placement is by utilizing your So I missed my nail appointment on Monday because I was sick. And I have realized that they get just a tad too long and I can't type. Just a tad. I only got to have them cut down like that far. It's just like literally that much. And I can't do shit. The fact that you can type so fast with long nails and I have no nails and hunt and peck. I have been typing for so long. I've been typing for so long. If I don't have nails on, I can type almost 90 words a minute. It's like 86 to 88 words a minute. I was a writer. That was my job for so long. Yeah. Lucky if you get 4. Stop it. It's just practice. You know what I mean? It's just practice. But yeah. Tell you where your current full moon placement is by utilizing your birth chart and porting it to now to tell you coincides with the upcoming 3/3 portal moon. I mean, I thought the bug bomb of Sage was funny. I thought the bug bomb of Lysol was funny. Like, that should be a thing. Why Lysol? Lysol, hear me out. Okay, just hear me out. You need to make a bug bomb of Lysol just for schools. Because they could close on Friday, Lysol bomb the school, and BAM! No more COVID. No more flu. No more sicky shit. And everything smells like a fresh summer breeze. Just saying. I'm just saying. Think about it. Lysol. Holler at your girl. I got you. That's all yours, Lysol. Please make that happen. Why isn't it happen now? Why hasn't it happened till now? If they can make like the little canisters of the bug repellent that will cover an entire, you could do that for an entire school, right? Why can't they do it with Lysol? You could do your entire house just like lickety split. I'm just saying. You shut that school up, you get it all Lysol'd in, maybe put a tent over it. Let it seep into everything. Then the kids go back in, it smells summer fresh, and they get seeped into Lysol too. Win-win. Win-win. Tell me that wouldn't be great. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. The watermelon one is so fucking good, y'all. So good. It has like vitamin C, antioxidants, all that stuff, and it makes me so happy. All right. I mean, the CDC does have hazard tents, etc. You're not wrong, Karina. I'm just saying, why is my ear itchy? Probably because I had one stupid hair in it. All right. Here's what this will do. 3-3 moon placement. Bodhi will pull your natal chart. Forward it to 3-3-26. Tell you where your moon will be, in what house, and in what sign. Then tell you how this 3-3 portal moon will affect you, what you can do to counteract it, and how you can use this in your magical workings. Ta-da! And let's do this. That scared the shit out of me. Care Bear. Care Bear! Scared the shit out of me. Now, I need to put questions. I was trying to do things. I guess I can do it one form per order. Some people just got me confused with the way they put their information in. We'll do it that way, yeah. What information do I need? I need your name. I need... your birth time. I need your birthplace. Out of read the US. I wish it would let me save this, but it won't. It makes me mad. What are y'all up to today? We'll get some more reads done here in just a second. I promise. I just need to get this up and done. Scheduling is like a big thing because I'm going to be traveling. I have this symposium coming up, like all of those things. So I want to make sure, yeah. All right. All her friends are sick as well. Oh my. Okay. So magic, The 3 moon magic placements are up. Maybe. Wix, come on, man. Please don't do this today. I have so much shit to do. Oh, I'm sorry, Morgan. Those big days like that are always, they're always bad. Anniversaries are always bad. I know people mean well when they say it gets easier over time, and it does to an extent, but man, I don't agree with the people that know it's an anniversary date on something like that and are mean about it. You know what I mean? Well, that was 10 years ago, or that was 15 years ago. Bitch, I watched you get upset that the Broncos lost the Super Bowl in 1980 whatever. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. Yeah, my mom passed. This April will be 12 years since my mom passed. So I understand. Yeah. No, I know it's real. Easier isn't the right word, but it's the only thing people can identify with, you know, like numb maybe. You just keep going on cuz you don't move on. You just keep going on. Does that make sense? Yeah. Give yourself a little time to I hate to say this, but give yours, not enjoy that anniversary, but to feel the feels, you know? To feel the feels. Like you have to. You have to when you lose somebody. So yeah. I realized the other night while I sat in bed the other night and cried like a bitch. I cried like a bitch. Just release, right? Like just release. I was sick, I was cranky, I didn't feel good. My kid said something mean, and I mean as teenagers do, you know. And it wasn't even mean. It was and it wasn't. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? But I don't know, she just said something that got me upset. And I spent like an hour crying. And I realized while I was sitting there crying, which made me cry more, that I had been under an immense amount of stress since October. Really since September. Like move, events, bullshit with my ex-husband. Like continued bullshit with that person. And like all that shit, you know. My grandma passing away. All those things. So I was like, oh, I just need to cry and get it out, right? And then I realized, like, I had not taken the time after my grandma passed away to cry. And that made me cry more. Like, it just kept on. You know what I mean? I was like, fucking shit. And then I got mad because I was crying. Then I got mad because I was crying. Oh, yeah. I just don't like to cry. I just don't, you know? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I hope you're going to take some time, yeah. So, yeah. I hope you're going to take some time to just relax. So. Well, I tell you, YouTube up here, no, you know what? Let's do this. I was gonna do something different for YouTube, but let's get this done. Actually, I am, because I need to do some scheduling and stuff like that, YouTube. So I'm gonna get off of YouTube for a little bit. TikTok, don't go anywhere. You just sit your butt right there. I'm gonna get off of YouTube for a little bit, and then I'll be back on later to finish these other reads, just so you guys know. I don't know about what time I'll be on. I'm pretty much going to be on TikTok all day. Yeah. So, all right. I will see you guys later up there on